Welcome inside the Lion's Den, the debut edition. My name is Darren Stevenson, and we will be with you before every Lions home weekend this upcoming summer season. The OPFL back and everybody ready to go as everybody starts preparing for this coming weekend's games here at Jacob Hesper. Let's tell you a little bit about the show. Again, it will come to you a couple of days before every Lions home week, including this coming weekend when the Lions kick off their season against the Hamilton Junior Tiger Cats here at Jacob Hesper. We will have scores, we will have highlights, we will have interviews, analysis as well, also all kinds of special features, and we're really excited this debut edition to bring you it here on 519 Sports Online. Again, it is opening weekend, lots of energy, lots of excitement for the Lions going into this weekend as they take on the Hamilton Junior Tiger Cats. Let's take a look at the schedule for opening weekend, and it all gets rolling on Friday night with the Bantam Lions in action. Again, they will take on the Hamilton Junior Tiger Cats. Kickoff is at 7:30 here at Jacob Hesper Secondary School in Cambridge. Then Saturday, a doubleheader of football at 4:30. The Junior Varsity Lions kicking off their season. And again, all three teams will play the Hamilton Junior Tiger Cats. Following the Junior Varsity game at 4:30, it will be the Senior Varsity Lions taking on Hamilton. Kickoff at 7:30, and we're hoping to see a lot of you out here this weekend to cheer on the Lions. It should be a great opening weekend of football. It's nice to see the weather has finally turned warmer temperatures, and it looks like it's going to be an outstanding weekend. Jackson YANCHUS is back as the head coach of the Senior Varsity Lions, and he has these thoughts going into Saturday night's season opener.
We're looking at a little bit what they did last year, just trying to see if there's anything specific that we can prepare for. But we don't know exactly what we're going to get. They don't know exactly what they're going to get. So it's going to come down to the fundamental things every football game comes down to. We got to tackle well. We got to, keep control of what we can control, don't take penalties, and really just trying to execute what we do. We've got a really good group of kids, and they're really motivated, and we got a really strong senior leadership that's done a nice job kind of helping instill our culture, and we're excited to play somebody else.
As for the players, they are also ready to go and excited to hit a jersey of a different color. They've been practicing and gearing up here at Jacob Hesper for about a month now, gearing up and getting ready for the OPFL season. On Saturday, they finally have an opponent other than themselves. We are 48 hours away from kickoff in the Senior Varsity Lions home and regular season opener. Here is Logan Hall, a Carleton Ravens commit, talking about Saturday's game against the Junior Ticats.
There's just a lot of excitement for it. We've been practicing a long time, so we're all ready. Hitting each other, it gets kind of boring. You're all friends, so you don't hit each other too hard. So we're just ready to hit some other kids.
Our main focus should be okay, this is our first look at a real defense that we don't know. And we have no film on them currently from this season, so it's still kind of, we're in the waters a bit in terms of we got to learn what these teams do, and we got to learn how to fight exactly what they show us. And yeah, it'll be a big developmental kind of game, and also a game to see what we're made of, how tough are we.
Back to the Varsity Lions in a moment. First, let's talk about the Junior Varsity Lions, and they have a high-powered offense going into this season. Again, they kick off their season at 4:30 Saturday afternoon here at Jacob Hesper. The ground attack will be led by Dayton Tyler, and if you watched any Wixa Junior football last season, you know what this young man is capable of. He is fast, he is speedy, he can make cuts, and he had over 20 touchdowns for the Jacob Hesper Hawks last season, helping lead the team to the Wixa Junior Championship, winning that championship game here on their home field. Another strength of the Junior Varsity Lions this year is expected to be their wide receiving core. They have some exceptional athletes there, including Jacob Kaminski. We caught up with him to talk about the upcoming season and what he's expecting from the Junior Varsity Lions offense.
I think as an offense, we could be the best offense in the league for sure. I think we're going to be a high-powered offense, greatest show on turf, LA Ram style.
Jacob Kaminski is one of the weapons in the wide receiving core for the Junior Varsity Lions. The group has speed and skill and will be one of the team's strengths for the upcoming OPFL season.
The difference in games is going to be our athletic ability for sure. Just running through the guy, around the guy, past him. I think that will be what just separates us from other teams.
Our receivers are insanely good this year. Like, we've always had strong receivers, but I think this year, like, we've all came together over the past couple of years, and I think it's gonna be a show this year, I think.
Eric Krebs is back for his third season as the Junior Varsity Lions head coach, and they will begin the season against the defending OPFL champions. Hamilton won it all last year, so it should be a great test for the Lions right off the bat to see how they stack up. Again, kickoff here at 4:30 on Saturday afternoon. And this segment of the Lions Den has been brought to you by Homewood Suites of Cambridge, Waterloo. Call now to find out more about their special sport rate offer at 519-651-2888. Time now for our feature interview of the week and our first ever guest on the Lions Den, Greg Thomas, a defensive end. Welcome to the Lions Den, Greg.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me about Saturday and how excited you guys are. Obviously, it's been a lot of preparation, but it's go time. And why do you believe this team is going to have a good season, Greg?
I think that overall we're so balanced everywhere. We're really stacked at every position group. And I think we have some really exceptional athletes at every level, both the offense and the defense. And I think that'll lead us to succeed this weekend.
I remember watching you last year. I believe you had 4 or 5 sacks in one game. Obviously, you're a veteran player in this team. What's your role this season as one of the older guys, and how do you sort of plan to lead the defensive line?
I mean, we have a lot of new guys to, not just the varsity level, but also the Lions program. So it's really, my job is just try and be a leader to everybody, because not everybody knows the system, and not everybody is used to, the speed of play. So really it's just my job to try and get everybody caught up and try to make sure everybody can play at the best level they can.
What is the focus for Saturday? What's the message going into week 1? Obviously, you don't know a lot about this Hamilton team. You played them last year, but you never know. Every team's going to be different in any given year, right? You guys are different too, obviously, going into the season. So how do you sort of view week 1?
I think it's really just a game to set the tone for the rest of the year. It's really a game to let the league know what this team is all about, and we can do that by shutting them out and dropping 50.
Is that the plan? It's that simple, isn't it?
It's a lot easier said than done, but I mean, we can always hope, and we're just going to go out there and play our hardest this weekend.
Shut them out and drop 50 on them. That's a pretty good goal for week 1. Talk to me about the defense overall. So much talent back there. We talk about Joel Gilmore, Grant Gilmore, obviously Logan Hall, who's a Carleton Ravens commit. This defense, how would you describe it?
I think just amazing. I think is really just the only word to describe it. I think we're really stacked at the defensive back position. We have a really, really good group of linebackers. And the great thing is that our defensive coordinator, Austin Roosh, he's really implementing a game plan to really make sure everybody can do, is in the best place to succeed. And I think it's really going to work out well this Saturday.
Thanks for the time, Greg. Certainly appreciate it. And best wishes on Saturday night against Hamilton.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
That is Greg Thomas, the first ever guest here on the Lions Den. He was talking a lot about the defensive line. We also want to key in on the offensive line because these kids simply have size. 3 of them are already committed to play U Sports University football this coming fall. Here is a look at the Lions' offensive line.
There's like over 2 tons of us. It's pretty insane, yeah.
They are a dedicated group with size and skill, hoping to make a big impact with the Lions this season.
We got a lot of new guys this year, a lot of size on the line, so I think that's definitely going to help push piles, push bodies, make big plays. I think our O-line can be really successful this year.
I feel like we have good brainstorming skills, so we can really come together and we bounce ideas off each other and we help each other out. We never leave someone we never let them not know what they're doing. We always let each other know what we're doing and execute the play.
When he sets to me, okay, this time I still want to go up that line, but then as soon as that contact point is about to happen, we're just going to walk.
Zach Scotto is the Lions' offensive line coach, and he's a big reason why Deachetti's decided to join the Lions this summer. He says the university coaches in Cambridge provide him the best preparation for OUA football this coming fall.
He's fun, but also takes things seriously. He has great coaching points and lets you know what you can do to improve.
Scotto is going into his 4th season as the Lions O-line coach, and he's developing players for the next level. 3 linemen have already signed with university teams, and head coach Jackson YANCHUS believes the entire O-line group has the potential to move on to higher levels of football.
We've really focused on being a development experience, and Coach Scotto, as an offensive lineman, as a teacher of the game, he's really done a great job of helping our young men improve, and we've built a culture around O-line in this program, and it's important to us that we recruit the best kids, and we recruit kids that want to come here and compete, because we're 10 guys deep, and I think all 10 of those guys have a shot in their future to be university offensive linemen.
Let's delve a little deeper into the offensive line with Zach Scotto, who is the coach of the offensive line here with the Lions, as well as a coach with the Laurier Golden Hawks. Obviously, the group has size, and we can see that. It's quite obvious. In your mind, though, Zach, what makes this group so skilled?
It's a pleasure to work them, honestly. My favorite thing about this group, and what I think is what makes them so skilled, is their passion to work. And they're not just working hard, they're working smart too. They really do take passion and pride in the process. And one of the things that I preached early on is give me full focus, full effort, and that's taken stride with the whole team, and that's kind of become the team mantra. And they're the leading force in that on our team. And they come 15 minutes early. They work 15 minutes before everybody else. We get a period in before the practice before everybody else does. We get extra time in specials. Everybody's working hard in specials, but we get extra any time, and they work hard. They know how to work hard, and they know how to work smart, which is what makes them such a skilled group.
And the Lions have taken a lot of pride in recent years in building this offensive line, and it's sort of become a real focus of the program, and one of the reasons that you've been successful. When you look at this group specifically, it's just another example. 3 kids already committed to U Sports for next year, right? And the goal is development.
Absolutely. I always tell my guys in recruiting that the biggest thing I want to do is I want to put the Cambridge hat on and make sure that they develop. I'm in it for them. I'm not in it for me. I'm passionate about what I do, and I take pride in what I do. My goal is entirely in the process and making sure that they get better and that they get to where their goals are. And I have those conversations with them, and I ask them what their goals are specifically, and we make kind of steps towards that and start checking off boxes along the way. And the process has worked so far, and the development is definitely the key, and the development's working.
How about the offense as a whole? Obviously, the offensive line is key, and it's going to allow the ground game to be successful. There's 3 dynamite quarterbacks here, too, that are also interchangeable, a lot like the offensive line. You've got 10 guys on that offensive line that can play really in any given situation. This offense could be pretty dynamic. Do you agree with that?
I absolutely agree with that. The beautiful thing is that there is pressure on us to make sure that we call the right stuff and put guys in this position to be successful. And Jackson and I have worked together for a long time. This is our 4th year with Cambridge, and I think we have a great supporting staff on offense too. A lot of skill and a lot of passion for coaching on the offensive side, that we can take that athleticism that we know we have and that game-breaking ability that we know we have all over the place, and really put guys in positions to be successful and be an explosive offense.
Thanks for the time, Zach. Good luck on Saturday night. I know everybody's looking forward to another season of OPFL football.
Absolutely. I can't wait. It's going to be a good time.
Also joining us on the debut edition of the Lions Den is the head coach of the Bantam team. Friday night is coming quickly, Stephen Paul. I know you're excited to get the season going. Talk to me about your players, talk to me about your team, and why you think you're ready for the season.
Well, we started about in February with dryland training. We've got a great group of 50 kids this year. The numbers are up. This group of kids have been playing together for the last really 3 to 4 years. They've been championships in the last 3 years in fall. So we look like we have a really good group and ready to compete in the OPFL.
How much does that championship experience help you guys going into the spring season? You've had wonderful runs in the fall. A lot of these kids are the same. So basically they know how to win, right?
So there's a level of confidence, of course, but they know that there's work ahead of them, right? And they do know that the OPFL is the best league, and winning games in the OPFL is not an easy task. So they know they got to put the work in to be successful.
Strengths of this team will be what?
Both offense and defense.
That's a good mix. It's a good thing to have that.
It's always good to have both sides of the ball to play really tough. We have a new quarterback that's come in. Our running game is going to be very, very physical, and our defense flies to the ball.
How much would you like to see a big crowd here? on Friday night to get this season going and to cheer these boys on. It's always a great weekend when the OPFL starts. Football is back. I know that's your passion. Hopefully there's a nice crowd here to cheer you guys on Friday night.
Yeah, we would love to have a huge crowd. I know Hamilton, they always bring a great group in. They bring in a tailgate fans, and you'll see the Hamilton Tiger Cats are waving their flags, and hopefully we'll have the Cambridge Lions doing the same thing. So we have a great game come Friday night for people to watch.
Good luck this Friday night against the Hamilton Junior Ticats, and thanks for the time, Steve.
Yeah, thank you very much, Darren. Have a great day.
And that is our show for this week, our debut edition of the Lions Den. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you here at Jacob Hespler this weekend. We've talked a lot about the games. The Bantams get going on Friday night, then Junior Varsity and Senior Varsity on Saturday. A double header, a weekend full of football here in Cambridge at the Jake. Once again, here's a look at the game times for this weekend. Thank you for joining us here on the inaugural edition of the Lions Den. I'm Darren Stevenson, and we will catch you next time on 519 Sports Online. For more highlights, visit our website, 519sportsonline.ca. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.